Hello there. Just going to post about the fact that we're live, and then we'll be getting going. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. I'm just posting about being live, and then we're going to get going with some hunting. Very good to see you. Right, where else am I going to post? Just going to do a YouTube post. How are you doing this morning? I hope you're having a lovely weekend so far. Are you hunting yourself? Well, hello there, Leo. Thank you so much for jumping in. My friend, how are you? Should have copied and pasted this text here. Ooh, very nice. Shiny Cyndaquil, very good, very good. Oh, Cyndaquil's so cute. Yeah, Go Community Day, yeah, I saw that and thought, ooh, maybe I need to re-download Go. I re-downloaded Go just to get Shiny Fennekin, and I got it in 3. So, yeah, all the best of luck for that. I am actually hunting on 4 devices at once, and you're about to see it in action. I'm just posting online about being online now. Hello there, welcome in, welcome in. Alright. Alrighty, let's do this. So, here we go. This is how it works, Leo. We bunny hop on Emerald here, because we've got the Acro bike. We're on Soul Silver as well, and we're on Fire Red, Leaf Green. And our target in Emerald, ideally, would be Ledbetter. In Leaf Green would be Pinsir or Chansey. That would be really cool. And then Fire Red, we've got a chance to find Kangaskhan or Tauros. And then Soul Silver, it'd be cool to see Larvitar. That's what we're going for there. Just going to turn that gain down a little bit, just in case. Let me know if the volume of everything is good, by the way. Let me know if the levels are good. Yeah, I've got some music playing as well. There we go, there's Larvitar. Not shiny though. So, okay. No, I didn't want to throw bait there. Oh well. Execute fled. Well, that's fine. Alrighty. Have you ever done shiny hunting not on Go, Leo? Have you done shiny hunting on one of the video games? Oh, I need to be better at these encounters, don't I? There we go. Alrighty. How are we this morning? It is Safari Week Day 2. If you're not familiar with what Safari Week is, it's a shiny hunting event where you go to any of the safari zones in the games, all the Great Marsh, in Brilliant, Diamond, Shining Pearl, or of course the originals, Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, and try and find shiny Pokemon. Basically, anywhere that Pokemon can flee is where we hunt in Safari Week. Because it makes it exciting, and a little bit stressful. But here we are. We haven't found any shinies so far, but who knows, maybe we will today. And I'll be streaming for about an hour and a half, maybe a couple of hours. So yeah, hope you can join in. You've been breeding a lot for single tournaments. Yeah, of course. That's really cool. So exciting when a shiny hatches from an egg. Just as exciting as when you find it in the wild. Hello everyone, welcome, thank you so much for joining. My second ever stream, means a lot that you're here. Let's hope that you're bringing the shiny luck today. And are you shiny hunting yourselves? I'd love to know what your targets are for Safari Week if you're taking part. And I'm hoping that I'm not going to miss any shinies. This is why I keep glancing down at the screens. Alright, what shinies have you found, Leo, in your breeding escapades in the games? Go. Let me know if the levels of everything are okay, everyone. Yeah, I can easily adjust the music or adjust the gain on my microphone whenever. Oh well, hello there, Damien. Welcome back. Thank you for joining. Sorry that you were here yesterday when we had some audio issues with Kyle on call, but we got it working in the end. And it could have been a very simple fix. That I just had to change the audio settings in Discord. It was using my microphone as the audio output, which I don't know. But ended up stopping the stream and restarting, but here we are. It wouldn't be a first stream without some audio drama. So there we go. Gumi in Scarlet. You found Alomomola in Violet. Very nice. What colour is shiny Alomomola? I've never seen it, actually. Goomy is a great shiny. Little banana slug. Yeah. Huge fan of Goomy. I just like that it's a happy one, you know? It's one of the Pokemon that appears later on in the Pokedex, and yeah, that doesn't mean it has to be completely fearsome. A bit like Dratini, it's just cute. It's powerful, but cute. Breloom and Binnacle, I think that is, Leo. Houndour, I would love to find a shiny Houndour. Binnacle, is that? No, Binnacle is the pre-evolved. What is it? Binnacle evolves into Barbaracle, that's the one. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so Breloom and Barbaracle. That is, yeah, Breloom, shiny Breloom, really cool. And I'm not so familiar with Barbaracle's shiny. Yes. Yeah, absolutely makes sense. Purple is Love. Yeah, that does make sense. It's kind of a colour of love. You have shiny Houndour and Silver, Damien. That is so cool. I definitely want to hunt Houndour and Silver at some point. I was saying to Carl yesterday that Houndour seems to sort of keep finding me. When I was younger, you know, around when Gold and Silver came out, so much younger, I opened a booster pack, and inside was a holo Houndour, not Houndoom, Houndour. And then Pokemon Sleep, last year, I downloaded it. On the second day of its global release, I woke up to a shiny Houndour. Found a totally random shiny Houndour in Scarlet. So maybe someday I will do a quest where I find shiny Houndour across all of the games that it can appear in. But yeah, shiny Houndour is so cool. I love that it goes blue. Got a Chansey there. Not shiny though. Got Chansey over here as well. This Chansey is from the EUIC Pokemon Center, and such a wonderful, cuddly, squishy good luck charm. I asked Sierra, the caster, who was there with me at EUIC, to name it. It's called Teresa. Very caring, nurturing Pokemon, so perfect name for it. Bring me luck, hopefully. Ooh, Leo. My team of 6. 4 Chazingdra chats. Well, thank you first of all for tuning into that podcast. I hope plenty more people can tune in. It's a show where we get to know people's life stories as well as the 6 Pokemon on their dream team. Says a lot about someone, the 6 Pokemon on their team. I'm going to keep that a secret, my friend, I'm afraid, for now. Because, yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll hear them on that show at some point in some way. But I can give you one of them. It's going to come as no surprise. Kingdra is going to be one of them. Why is Kingdra my favourite Pokemon? Just chilling over here. Well, Generation 2 is my favourite Pokemon generation. Water Dragon is a really cool type combination. They're 2 of my favourite types. Not my favourite types, but 2 of my favourite types. I just really like the design. It's really cool Pokemon. I've always liked seahorses. And also, when I was sort of dipping into a more competitive style of play in Pokemon White version, found that you can find Kingdra in the wild, which sort of blew my mind. And I gave it Flash Cannon, Ice Beam, I think Dragon Pulse and Surf. Dragon Pulse over Draco Meteor because I just was terrified of moves that can miss. And yeah, so it was a little dip into competitive, and it's just very nostalgic for me. Also because I can never have Kingdra in Generation 2 because there wasn't... Actually, I did play Pokemon Gold and Silver with a friend, but yeah, just never actually got round to evolving Kingdra there. But yeah, there you go. You've ordered the Half-Flame Mask Ogerpon, Damien. Very nice, very nice. Yes, I saw that they were back online. My favourite mask of Ogerpon is probably the Cornerstone, actually. I think that's just my favourite design. I have a soft spot for rock-type Pokemon, ironically, given how they're hard as rock. But yes, it's hope that Halflame Ogerpon brings you much joy, Damien. And what are you going to call it? What are you going to call your Ogerpon? And anyone else who's watching currently, first of all, welcome, hello, thank you for being here. And what's your favourite Ogerpon mask? It's you've got some good options there. You've got some good emotions to choose from. Cast form. Hey, Katie, thank you so much for being here, Killian. Thank you for hopping into the chat. I need to let the Corviknights know that I'm online, actually. And at Wellspring. Is that for its competitive viability, Killian, or is that also you just think that's the best design? Right, let me just... I'm just going to tell the London Corviknights, the UK Discord community, that I am live. And we'll... Oh, hang on a sec. There we go. Sharing this. You love the design of the tears in the mask. Yeah, it's cool. It's the way they glint in the light, thanks to that Terra phenomenon. Really nice. Alrighty. So, we got Pineco. That'd be really cool to find. Love Shiny Pineco and Shiny Fortress. I like bug types generally, actually. And Leo, that's another little clue as to some of the members of my 6 on my dream team. Cast form, Damien. Yeah, well, the weather is all change in the UK right now. I mean, it was pouring with rain earlier. Then it was very sunny. Now it's a bit overcast. Overcast form. So we'll see. Your main current Ogerpon is named Czar. Very cool. Very cool. I'm kind of at odds with its carefree, happy nature. So I like that choice. I like the contrast there. Killian, how are you doing? How is your weekend going? What are your thoughts on Regulation G right now? What do you think is strong in the metagame? Killian, for anyone who's not aware, is a trainer who's really rising through the ranks of competitive Pokemon in the video game scene, which is what I commentate. I had the pleasure of casting over one of his games in Belgium recently, when Ben Kiriakou and I went out to help Simon van der Bucht with a tournament he was organising. So keep your eye out for Killian. I did see the change to the local scene. And to be honest, I reserve judgment right now because we don't know the full details. So, in the fullness of time, we will see what changes are afoot. And then we'll comment. But ultimately, I was saying this with Carl yesterday, what everyone wants is as many people as possible to be joining these events. So, it's all going to work out for the best, I have no doubt. Alright. Yeah, so still no shiners at this point. We're nearly at 1,000 encounters. And the odds, of course, in these games are 1 in 8192. So they're definitely stacked against us. But hey, that's why we do Safari Week. That's why when you do find a shiny, it's so exciting. Fire Emblem, yeah. You didn't go to EUIC, I see. Okay, well, fair enough. I remember the fact that you were there at EUIC in 2023, and we only saw each other very briefly. Didn't really get an opportunity to talk, Damien, but of course after meeting at Worlds in 2022 in London. So hope to see you in person again very soon. I think I'd really enjoy Fire Emblem, but it's not something I've played. We've had so many Houndour this morning. Hopefully that's a good sign of things to come. Killian, I'm glad that you've been doing good and just doing some chilling. Calyrexes, yeah, they are very strong, absolutely. Both of them. Calyrex Shadow Rider has made its mark, and now Calyrex Ice had an overdue win, I feel. It was bound to win at some point, and then NAIC happened to be when it claimed the victory, and Patrick plays so well in that final at NAIC. You got to feel for Aurelian coming second again, but also, I mean, coming second so many times is a massive achievement in itself. So I hope Aurelian is feeling really proud of themselves. Yes. You only went for the Pokemon Center. Well, yeah, I was hosting EUIC this year, Damien, so I wasn't casting games, but I was on call the whole time for interviews afterwards and making little content pieces in between the games. So, yeah, we've broken 1,000 encounters, everyone. So, it feels like that's a milestone in itself, right? All up from here. Yeah, both of the stories were nice for the finalists. You're so right, Killian. Yeah, and, you know, it just means that when Aurelian finally does win, and that is a when rather than an if, it's going to feel so much better. And I genuinely think that the first time Aurelian wins, he's just going to explode onto the scene of that. They're just going to explode onto the scene at that point. It's going to be very difficult to stop them, because I think, you know, once you've broken past that psychological barrier, all bets are off. Floodgates opened. You heard it here first. Oh, very cool. Going to Japan in 2026. That would be so good. That's a really good idea, actually. You've planted a little seed in my mind there, Damien. I would absolutely love to go to Japan for 2026. I've been to Japan before, and the most incredible place. Have you been to Japan before, Damien? Because if not, oh my goodness, you're in for an absolute treat. Yeah, 30th anniversary, so exciting. Feels like the 25th anniversary really recently, far more recently than what, three years ago now. Yeah, coming thick and fast. Yeah, you're so right, Killian. Yeah, Aurelian's going to be so emotional when that win finally comes. Yeah, well, Damien, again, you're in for a treat, having never been to Japan. Yeah, Killian, you've got to go. You've got to get there to Japan. Welcome in if you've just joined the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Well, who knows, Killian? Who knows when you might be able to go there? Are my levels okay, by the way? Can you hear the music okay? Am I loud enough into the microphone? Let me know if the audio's all good. So, is anyone else in the chat doing Safari Week? Killian, do you do any shiny hunting yourself in Safari Week or otherwise? And let me know what your targets are so we can share in the joy and the pain together. Audio levels are good. Thank you for letting me know, Killian. Always good to hear, because I have no idea. Good to get that feedback from you. Skytree Pokemon Center, yes, so cool. I was in Japan in 2014, so 10 years ago now. Crazy. And just going to reset this fire red so we can get back to the right place. When there, I went with my friend James, who actually popped into chat yesterday, which was great, to the Pokemon Center there. And, I mean, it was great. At that point, Pokemon wasn't such a big part of my life, so I'm sure there were things I missed. But, yeah, I'd love to go back and have a proper look around all of the Pokemon Centers. The pictures that people post, like Joe Merrick, for example, Cerebi Joe, of the massive models that they have there, and just the shelves and shelves of merchandise is incredible. So good. So I'm just getting back to the place in Fire Red where you can find Kangaskhan and Tauros, because those would be such cool targets. Got a random encounter in Fire Red. What's it going to be? It's going to be a Doduo. But it's not shiny. To be honest, at this point, I would take any shiny in any Safari Zone. Because I'm yet to find one. So, yeah, so you shiny hunt for the teams that you play at events. That's fair enough. And for your girlfriend. That's true love right there. Shiny hunting for for your girlfriend. Love to see it. Not a big shiny hunter yourself. Well, fair enough. It's not for everyone. But anyone can enjoy the shiny hunting content, so I appreciate the fact that you're here, Killian. It's really nostalgic for me, shiny hunting. Not that I shiny hunted when I was younger, but just on the 2 occasions when I was younger that I found a random shiny. That thrill, because they're so rare, nothing beats it. Glad you enjoy doing a little bit of shiny hunting though, Killian. And Gen 3 is a lucky egg, yeah, well. Absolutely fair enough. Need to add 2 more encounters there. Okay. Damien, I've seen you do quite a bit of shiny hunting, actually, hatching things. Are you going for a shiny living dex in Generation 2? I feel like I've seen you playing a lot of Generation 2. That would be so cool. That'd be so cool. It's definitely on my list to do some shiny hunting in Generation 2. The generation that started it all for shinies. The way the sparkles happen in that game just hits different. It really does. The fact that it's entirely silhouetted, so you can't even see if it's shiny until it appears, and then it's just that shock moment. Really, really cool. You're not going for a shiny limit. Okay, so you're just hunting for the targets that you want to find. Well, commendable. Fair enough. Ooh, Pinsir. There's a Pinsir. It's not shiny. Shiny Hunter Supreme Arcanines last year found Shiny Pinsir in the Leaf Green Safari Zone, and that's been their target for years, and then caught it. First time finding a Shiny Pinsir. It's so cool. Absolutely. I'd be so buzzing if that would happen. And yeah, I think there are some strategies online where it's actually better to throw a certain number of baits before you go for a ball. And I'm sure, I totally believe that the maths is correct there, but fundamentally, any turn that you're not throwing a ball, you're definitely not going to capture the Pokemon. So, I think I will just be throwing balls. I think it's just safer. But hey, totally understand if people do want to go for some bait strategies as well. 1 in 60 full chance. Okay, very nice. Full odds Suicune, Ho-Oh, Lugia, Celebi. Oh, that's such a cool list of targets there, Damien. The Gen 2 sort of main legendaries. All you need to add to that list is Entei and the Raikou. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I never... I was too late trying to get Crystal from the 3DS Virtual Console. And so I'm not able to shiny hunt Celebi. Let's hope that those games come to the Switch at some point, but you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Another Pinsir here. If you're not aware, Pinsir's shiny is this amazing dark blue colour, and it's sort of got these slightly rose gold horns almost. Yeah, love it. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Alright. Teddy Ursa. That'd be cool to find. I love how they go sort of gummy bear mode for the shiny with Teddy Ursa. Alright. Okay. Let's get a topic going. Let's see, what should we talk about? Let's say, if you were to live in any of the Pokemon regions, which would it be and which city would you live in? I was thinking about this myself this morning. My favourite generation is Generation 2. And I think a good place to live in Johto would be Olivine City. It'd be nice to be by the sea. And you're close to Ecruteak. I love the history there. Would love going around there. I love a museum, so Ecruteak would really hit the spot, I think. And then you're close enough to Goldenrod City as well, so you've got the big city vibes if you want them in the shopping that you need to do and whatever. So yeah, I would say Olivine City. And then you're so close to Whirl Islands as well, which would just be a fascinating thing to be near. Unova Castelia City for you, Damien. Wow, okay, so really, really metropolitan. Interesting. I'm not sure I'd want to be in the smog as much as that myself, but hey, fair enough. Fair enough. Why Castelia City for you, Damien? Is Generation 5 your favourite generation? How about everyone else who's here watching? Which city would you most want to live in the Pokemon world? What's your favourite generation? What's your favourite region? All of that. Yeah, of course, Victini. Yeah, well, it's got to be. It's got to be that, hasn't it? That's so good, it made it into your name. Victini and Liberty Island. Yeah, I remember when Black and White came out and they were first doing the Victini distribution. I got the game... I was doing my A-levels at that point, which, if you're not from the UK and you're watching, those are the exams that finish off your school career, so when you're about 18. And it was sort of my treats to myself to get Pokemon White and play it after my A-level exams. But by the time I'd done that, the Victini event was over. But hey, loved playing through that game. It felt so good to do that after going through some intense exams. Tauros, so cool to find that as a shiny, if we do. White 2 is your favourite game. Really good choice. I remember playing through White 2 again in lockdown. I want to do another playthrough of Generation 5 soon, but also Generation 5 remakes coming at some point, you know. Then again, maybe it's best not to wait too long for those, because it tends to be a little bit of a wait in between the remakes. Sammy H, welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. Your favourite game is Sun. Nice. So you like the Hawaii, very summery kind of vibes. I'm just going to check if I have a white flute in here to increase the encounter rate. If not, then I'll certainly be getting one after. No, I don't. I got this emerald fairly recently off eBay, and from a really lovely seller who clearly took a lot of care over it. But yes, so I don't necessarily have all the resources I need in the game just yet. So you like cutscenes? Asked Leo. Yeah, well, there you go. Some of those cutscenes do hit different. I remember this cutscene that sticks out in my mind from Pokemon is actually Pokemon Sword and Shield. You choose your first partner Pokemon, which for me was Sobble. Your rival chooses the partner Pokemon that's weak against the one that you've chosen, so chose School Bunny. And then the camera just goes to Grookey all by itself, just with looking up, wanting to be chosen. I thought, oh my goodness, this is a heartbreaking moment. Who's going to be choosing Grookey? And then, of course, Champion Leon does. Yeah, it could have got dicey, but I'm so glad that Grookey was not left without a buddy. Hello everyone, welcome in if you're just joining. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. I'm really just beginning my streaming journey. And the fact that you're sharing in with that means a huge amount. I'm just streaming using my MacBook laptop. It's my birthday coming up in a couple of months, and I need to, well, in about 6 weeks now. Well, 6-7 weeks now. I need to, it's on my to-do list to look into computers that would be good for streaming. If you have any recommendations, by the way, do let me know, because the thing is, I'm on a MacBook and I have an iPhone, but I think Windows is probably going to be the best for streaming. In which case I might change phones as well. Yeah, but I want to go for streaming Scarlet and Violet as well, doing some competitive and using a capture card for things like that. So yeah, any recommendations on computers for streaming, do let me know. If EOIC is in London next year, you'll aim to go to the Pokemon Center. Well, gotta do it. Yes, of course, Spectator Pass goes incredibly quickly, and to be honest, as the years go on, it's only going to get faster. I have no doubt. Isn't it Arena? No, it's not shiny. It's quite hard to tell, isn't it, with the glare? I'm sorry about the glare on the screen. There's very reflective screens here. I'm hoping I'm not going to miss any of the shinies, because, yeah, some of them are quite subtle, and with this glare on the screen, it, yeah, can really take you by surprise. So, Safari Week, for anyone who isn't aware, is finding shinies in the Safari Zone for a week. I have not found any as of yet, but who knows, maybe that will change on this very stream. I'm going to keep streaming for another hour or so, I would say, before I gotta go. So plenty of time in which we might be able to find something that sparkles. We're also talking about which city you'd most want to live in the Pokemon world. My answer is Olivine City in Johto, to be by the sea, near Ecruteak, which would be fascinating. Damien says Castilia in Unova, because Victini is the favourite Pokemon in Damien's camp. So, let me know which city you'd most want to live in the Pokemon world. It's times like these when I wish I had an extra hand. Victor Bryan, welcome to the chat. Hello, thank you so much for saying hi. Village Bridge in Unova, that is a fantastic answer, my friend. I salute that answer. Village Bridge would be so cool. Got the music going on, the folk music, and the older style vibes. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Some nice artisan stalls, support independent retailers. I like that. I like that mantra, and yeah, really good answer. Thank you so much, Victor. How do I? Because I'm not entirely familiar with your name. How do I know you, Victor? Are you a follower on X? Have I met you at an event, or do you listen to the podcast? Let me know how you've come across this stream today. Pokemon ZA, yes, Mega Evolution. What Mega Evolution? Right. Which Mega Evolution would I like to see? Okay, that's a really good question. So, to start with your second question there, Damien. It's got to be Kingdra. I want to see a Mega Kingdra. It's high time Kingdra got a little bit of a power boost, because it has been good competitively, but it's now kind of been overtaken by some other Pokemon in later generations, so Mega Kingdra I think could be really, really cool. Question is, how would they go with the design? Because I've already got Dragalge providing more of a leafy vibe. So what would they do to make Mega Kingdra? They could make it sleek, really jet, streamlined. And then what would its ability be? Because Sniper is really cool for it. Not sure. So, from the whole VGC scene, well, great. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. Odds are I'm only just starting my streaming journey, really. Oh, you went to some regionals as well. You went to 2 so far. So, which regionals have you attended? And I'm glad that you enjoy watching the streams as well. And as for your first question, Damien, from the current ones, there are lots of cool ones. I think Altaria is really cool. Dragon Fairy. I like what they've done with that. I need to remind myself of some of the Mega Evolutions, to be honest. Mega Sceptile is really, really cool. What else have we got? Yeah, those are the ones that spring to mind. I'm going to go with Mega Altaria for now, but watch this space, because I need to remind myself of some of those Mega Evolutions there. Dortmund and Bologna. Oh, sweet. Okay. Adaptability. That would be so good. I mean, even more Dragalge, but hey. Adaptability is such a good ability. And I was hoping, actually, that adaptability would see more play in VGC with Terra. But unfortunately not. I did try adaptability Dragalge, because, again, I love seahorses, any Pokemon of that nature. But yeah, like Basculegion, that also gets adaptability. Yeah. So much potential, I think, for adaptability to explore. And who knows, maybe people are cooking that up right now in their world's preparation. Thank you so much for the luck, Mr. Who, and thank you for joining in the chat. Really appreciate you hopping in there. Nice to chill on a Saturday morning with you. Thank you so much for being here. And Dortmund and Bologna. So I wasn't in Dortmund, Victor, but I was there in Bologna. So maybe, who knows, maybe I passed you, maybe I saw you from afar. But at future events, make sure that you come and say hello if you can, and, if I'm around, because it would be great to meet you in person. Mega Salamence. Hey, you know what? Of course Mega Salamence was in my mind, Damien. But because it's quite a popular pick, I prefer to look for the ones that maybe aren't talked about so much there, I think. But yeah, so many. It's so interesting, the relationship, or the similarity between Mega Salamence and Roaring Moon. The designs, there's got to be some kind of link there. And who knows, maybe an explanation will be coming in a future game. Don't know. Mr. Who, how do I know you? Are you a VG person? Have you just stumbled across the stream? Are you a follower on X? Do you listen to the podcast? Let me know. There we go. Oh, yes, yeah. That was so cool, doing the events with Gabe, yeah. Distributing the tickets to encounter rare Pokemon in the games. Alright, time to reset this Fire Red and the Leaf Green. You've got to travel much further in the Fire Red to find Kangaskhan and Tauros, or the area where they both appear, than you do in Leaf Green to find the Pinsir and the Chansey. So yeah, that's why the Fire Red runs out of steps so much sooner. It's a shame that in Fire Red Leaf Green you don't have something like the Acro Bike, so you can just bunny hop as opposed to running around and burning up your steps, because that would make things far easier from a not needing to reset perspective. And yeah, Damien, would love to see you at an event again soon. Yeah. I remember meeting you at Worlds back in 2022. That was a really special event, that one. I mean, Lille in 2022 was my first live event as a player, and I competed in the London Open at the World Championships, but was there as a spectator and really opened my eyes to just how incredible and massive the Pokemon scene is, whether it's VG or TCG or Go or Unite these days, or back then it was Pokken. 2 encounters in a row here in Fire Red. Execute. I'd love a shiny Execute. A clutch of golden eggs, that'd be good. Yeah. Everyone monopolising Gabe. Hope Gabe's doing well. I haven't seen Gabe since London Worlds. Obviously we've interacted, but not in person. Hope to see Gabe again soon. Leo, thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you very soon, Leo. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for hanging in the stream. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you, mate. Danke. Oops. Okay, so we're ready to go again in Fire Red. Let's reset. Was he at NAIC, if that's what you mean, Damien? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, maybe he was taking photos at NAIC. I can't remember now. Hello, everyone who, if you've just joined, thank you so much for being here. Do hop in the chat. It would be great to say hello to you. Really appreciate you joining me on this Saturday, well, early afternoon. As we do a little bit of chill shiny hunting. I'm going to aim to stream every day of Safari Week. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if that's actually possible. But, it's only Safari Week once a year, so I've got to make the most of it. Who else is hunting this Safari Week? Are you shiny hunters? Are you competitive players? Let me know your background. I'm sorry about the flickering on the screen sometimes. I think it's because my camera is trying to readjust because I keep putting my hands in front of it. That makes the lighting go slightly strange. So I'm going to try and do the encounters in as uninterfering a way as possible, I guess, is the way to say it. Alright, Damien, so let's get another question going. What's another topic of discussion? What's your favourite rock-type Pokemon? Favourite rock-type Pokemon? I haven't considered that myself yet. My mind immediately goes to Nosepass. For some I have a real obsession with Nosepass in Generation 3, and like where you find it. I think you can only find it by rock smashing in is it Granite Cave, where you meet Stephen on the Dewford Town Island. He's kind of friendly compass little guy. Really like Nosepass. Is it my favourite? Oh, there's a Kangaskhan, not shiny. Shockingly, it's a 1% encounter. What else? What other rock types do I like? I really like Lunatone. You know what? I'm going to have to give that some serious thought, actually. Rhyperior. Cool. Rhyperior is... it can be really good in VG, actually. There were some people who were making Rhyperior work in Regulation Set F. Yeah. Rhyperior, very nice. And with the ability that reduces super effective damage as well, makes it so much more viable. Cool name as well. Rhyperior, Serperior, lots of superior Pokemon going on there. Alright. Still no shinies as of yet. We're approaching 1,200 encounters. Who knows when that shine is going to happen? What are other people's favourite rock-type Pokemon? I think Nintendo... Yes, I have no doubt. It's so many cool things. So many cool things available to buy at all times. And we've all got to exercise some restraint, haven't we? They also, just the range of stuff. Not just plushies, but, those recent mountain figures trying to discover where all the Pokemon are lurking. So cool. I remember ages ago, Damien, when they announced that Latios Latias figure. And you commented saying, "Oh yes, you could be tempted." And I also was definitely tempted by that. That's such a cool figure. Sammy, you're hunting a brilliant... You're hunting, sorry, shiny hunting. Maybe we can abbreviate that to shunting. Shiny hunting. In Brilliant Diamond for shiny Psyduck in the Great Marsh. You caught Staravia! Ah, that's so cool. Congratulations, Sammy, on catching that Staravia. God, I have a history with Staravia. My sort of very casual Pokemon Y playthrough recently. This was probably back in December. Found an entirely random shiny Staravia, but it used Whirlwind. I immediately went for a quick ball, broke out, used Whirlwind, ended the battle. So no shiny Staravia for me. So sad. I'm very pleased that yours did not use Whirlwind and that it didn't run away. That's fantastic. Congratulations, Sammy. That's your Safari Week off to a really good start. Thank you for being here in the chat and bringing some of that shiny luck, hopefully. Shiny Psyduck in the Great Marsh. Really cool. So is that one of your favourites, Sammy? Shiny Psyduck. Hello everyone, welcome in. Thank you for joining here. Appreciate you being here on this fine Saturday morning to join me as we hunt in the Safari Zone, where the Pokemon can run away. I've got such a small chance of finding a shiny anyway, but then, when they can run away too, adds a whole new layer of pain to it. But it's also a lot of fun, and it means that when you do finally make that capture, it's all the sweeter. Need around here. At this point, I'd take anything. So last year, I did do Safari Week, but I wasn't streaming it. And I found two shinies, both in the Fire Red Safari Zone. The very first one was a Nidorino, which a fairly rare encounter. Well, just encounter one there. And it fled. The next shiny that I found, the second of two, was a Venonat, and it fled. Venonat is not a difficult capture in the Safari Zone, but, fate can be cruel, and it certainly was. I remember thinking at that point, thank you, Damien, thanks for the congrats, but yeah, also, yes, it does suck. I remember thinking at that point, well, I think I would have had a better time in Safari Week if I'd been able to capture one of the shinies. But being able to stream makes it so much more fun. Just being able to hang out and communicate with people while you do it, because I think a big mistake people often make with shiny hunting is that the shiny hunting is the main activity. It is definitely not. Whatever you're doing on the side is the main activity, be that watching a podcast, watching a film, TV show, listening to music, whatever. Or, of course, streaming and hanging out with people in chat. And then the encounters really fly by. Like, I started the stream today on 906 encounters. We've nearly done 300 more than that. I've been streaming for about 45 minutes now. So, yeah. It's about another 45 minutes to go, actually. So, who knows? Around 1,500, maybe we'll see something shine. But it's still very early days. The shiny odds are 1 in 8,192 in these games. And these games are Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Soul Silver. So, you know, may well not find a shiny, but that's okay. It's the journey, not the destination, as we've been saying. So, Damien, you found shiny Nidoran male first encounter in Pokemon Fire Red, and you caught it in 2007. Oh my goodness, Damien, that is so exciting. Well, your first encounter in the Fire Red Safari Zone ever was a shiny Nidoran male. That is such a story. That's so cool. And congrats on being able to capture it as well. Can you imagine if it had fled? Young Damien. It would have been so upsetting. Your very first encounter, that's so cool. And your Nidoking now lives in Pearl. That's really cool. I love the fact that we can transfer these Pokemon up through the generations. It really makes it even more special, I find. The fact that they're able to come with us. Now, having said that, you know, for example, I found I was soft resetting for shiny Kyogre in Pokemon Sapphire. And I found it, but I feel like it just stays in Sapphire, to be honest, because you can't transfer them back. You can't transfer them back in time, but you can transfer them upwards, forward in time. So yeah, it's just something to be aware of. What I should probably do with that Kyogre is get all the ribbons that I possibly can on it. So it's a shiny, fully decorated Kyogre, and I love Kyogre. I personally am a Kyogre person rather than a Groudon person. Rayquaza is so cool as well, but I think it's got to be Kyogre. And I think that's from the fact that when I was younger, I think a friend of mine lent me their version of Ruby to play, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But had I been able to choose, I would have chosen Sapphire. I really love the water type. I love Kyogre's design. So yeah, Kyogre's always held a special place in my heart. How about you guys? Kyogre or Groudon? Team Aqua or Team Magma? Or Rayquaza? Let me know. Spoiled for choice. The Gen 3 legendaries are really, really, really cool. You're a Ruby guy, Damien. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Understandable. I know that Lee Provost is also a Sapphire Team Aqua guy. Ben Kiriaku, both of these fellow casters, by the way. Ben Kiriaku is a Team Magma, Groudon guy. Yeah, and if you are entirely new, by the way, I am a commentator, a caster, commentator, host, all of that realm of things for the Pokemon Company. And so I get to do that at various events around the world, and it's really exciting. But I also enjoy the less intense pursuit of shiny hunting. Now, with these encounters, we're about to hit 1,234. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it going to be lucky? Let's find out. We have non-shiny Execute, non-shiny Nidorino, non-shiny Sunkern, non-shiny Magneton. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alas. I'm going to commemorate this 1, 2, 3, 4 moment. Nice. Okay. You like the colour of shiny side eye. It's really, yeah, that light blue It's a very unique colour, that one. You started shiny hunting in Pokemon Sun in 2018. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, well, clearly. Well, I feel like once you start shiny hunting, obviously it depends on the person. It's not for everyone, but I've really got the bug now for shiny hunting. Again, only when you're doing something else on the side to amuse you, because by itself, of course, it's dry. Of course it is. We all know that. But then when you find it and doing a Dream Team quest, that's really special. I did a Sapphire Dream Team quest last year. Again, not streaming, but don't you worry, I've got plenty more Dream Team quests planned, as well as so much other content. And yeah, overpowered Sunkern. How cool would it be to find a shiny Miltank in Emerald? Oh my goodness. Even without catching it, that's the thing. It is the journey, not the destination. Yeah, so I did a Sapphire Dream Team quest. Hello and welcome to the stream, everyone, if you're just joining, by the way. Pleasure to have you here. Just talking about the fact I did a Sapphire Dream Team quest in, I think I started late 2022. Yes, it would have been sort of autumn time. And I say Dream Team quest. I hadn't really predetermined my targets there. Just, I wasn't going to pass up on any shiny if it were to appear. And what I ended up getting was shiny Sceptile, shiny Trico, shiny Whismur, shiny Seviper, which was really cool because Swablu is far more common on that route. And I love Seviper's shiny. That's a really good one, actually. Seviper might be one of my favourite shinies. People were asking this yesterday what my favourite shiny was, and maybe it is Seviper, well, it's up there anyway. And shiny Wurmple, which I was hoping would become a Beautifly, and it did, and got Pokerus at that time. It was incredible. Pokerus, if you're unaware, makes the gains that you get from battling Pokemon, the stat gains, better. So it's actually a good thing. It's not bad to get that virus at all. It just means your Pokemon get leveled up so much more. So shiny Beautifly, shiny Shuppet as well, and shiny Clamperl, which I evolved into Gorobis. Really cool team. And then had to shiny hunt Kyogre too, because of course. Pokemon Sapphire. So all I have to do left on that game is the Elite Four. So if I were to stream that, it wouldn't be the hunt. It would just be going through the Elite Four with that shiny team. But maybe people want to see that as well. Don't know. Or maybe I'll just do that in my own time. Not sure. What? Sammy, you've done various shiny hunting. Any Dream Team quests or shiny badge quests that you've done? I think Dream Team quests and shiny badge quests are so cool. Seeing the it feels like such an achievement at the end once you've done it and you can beat the Elite Four, and you develop a love for Pokemon who you might not have considered before. I think sounds like a plan. Yeah, absolutely. What's that in reference to, Damien? The sounds like a plan. That's streaming the Elite Four of the Sapphire DTQ that I did. Of course, this coming week, as long as Fire Week is on, and it finishes on the 30th of June, I'm focusing on shiny hunting and Fire Week, but we'll see what happens after that. Yeah, the Elite Four. Well, if you'd be up for watching that, Damien, then absolutely. I wasn't sure about that one because it's not a full shiny Dream Team quest video, it's just the culmination of it. I wasn't sure if people would be interested in tuning in, but hey, if people would be, then 100% up for streaming that. Let me know, anyone else who's in chat, if you'd be up for seeing my shiny Sapphire Dream Team quest team take on the Elite Four over in Hoenn. Because definitely up for streaming it if people would be up for watching it. Appreciate you guys all so much, by the way, of course, for hanging with me. on this Saturday morning. Really good to see you all, because I had my first ever stream last night. It was a lot of fun. We had a Quick Panic, Kyle on call, who is Taurus, look at that. That'd be so cool to find Shiny. Who is a Shiny Hunter as well as a competitive player. So really nice to swap stories with him. You can go back and check out the video on demand of that stream that's up on my YouTube right now. Probably after this stream though. Go back and check that out. I had such a fun time hanging with Carl. And also, if you're new here, I have a podcast that I do, Chazingdra Chats, which is all about getting to know people behind the Pokemon in the Pokemon community. So get to know their life story as well as the 6 Pokemon they would choose for their dream team. And it's not in any way the most competitively viable or anything like that. It's literally just the Pokemon that mean the most to them in some way. Pokemon that have been there all along, you know. Might be the first shiny that they found, their first partner Pokemon, or just entirely random reasons why a Pokemon speaks to them. So you can check out the podcast on my YouTube channel as well, Chazingdra Chats. Just released episode 11 this week with Nick Livesey, who is a Pokemon Go caster over in the NA region. Okay, it's time to reset on the Fire Red. As we're about to hit 1,300 encounters. You're watching the Hidden Power podcast before you came here. Very nice. I'm not so familiar with the Hidden Power podcast. What is that, Damien? What's the format of that show? And also, have you listened to Chazingdra Chats? Are you enjoying that show? If you are, very much hope that you are. You've never done a shiny badge quest before, Sammy? Okay. Well, hey, first time for everything. Really hope that you do at some point. Really hope that you can fill us all in on your results from that. Shiny badge quests are... I've never done one myself. I've done a Dream Team quest, but not a shiny badge quest. But I might start one on Heart Gold, because the difference for me is that Dream Team quests, the targets are predetermined, but shiny badge quest, whatever shines, that's going to be on your team. And again, it's a great way of getting to know other Pokemon that maybe... you wouldn't consider before, or wouldn't use on your team. So, yeah, I love the vibe of a Shiny Badge Quest. Yeah, I might start soon a Shiny Badge Quest on Heart Gold, because I happened to find a Shiny Totodile on that the other day. Rachel, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that you're loving Chazingdra Chats. That means a huge amount. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad that you find it interesting. I really wanted to plug that gap that we currently have in the Pokemon community of not really being able to get to know the people. Because talking to people at events and, you know, seeing them on stream, not necessarily learning much about them as people, and I think that's the way forward. That's the way forward to unite us all in this community. And then, yeah, giving it that Pokemon flavour, learning what the Pokemon on their dream team would be. I'm really pleased that you enjoy the podcast, Rachel. That means a lot. That's made my morning, so thank you so much for popping into the chat to say that. And I recognise you from X, of course, so appreciate that you made the jump, you made the crossover. Hope to see you in future streams as well. How are you doing, Rachel, on this fine weekend? You having a good weekend? I see, okay, covering future Pokemon. Okay, nice. Hidden Power. Cool. Sounds good. Dusty Go-Go. I'm not sure I'm familiar with Dusty Go-Go, actually. Sounds fun. Loving this chill vibe. Let me know, by the way, if anyone needs the music louder or quieter, or needs me louder or quieter. You can just mute me if you like, who knows. But yeah, so good to see you all here. You're thinking about, oh yeah, playing Fire Red Leaf Green later. Well, I hope that this stream is inspiring you to do so. Would that be for shiny hunting, Rachel, or would that just be for a casual playthrough? I mean, great games. Anything is valid. Ooh, Let's Go Pikachu as well. Kanto Revisit, very nice. I think shiny hunting in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is so exciting. We've just broken 1,300 encounters, by the way, everyone. And with the next 4 encounters, we're going to reach my birthday. All will become clear because... got 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. my birthday is the 13th of August. There we go, 1308. So, happy birthday to me. Encounter calculator-wise. But it wasn't lucky, still no shinies, but we did have a pincer there. It'd be really cool to find. So, if you haven't been tuning in yesterday or earlier on today, my targets are in Emerald, Ledibur. To be honest, I would take absolutely anything in the Emerald Johto Safari Zone extension because the targets are all so cool. You can find Miltank, you can find Houndour, Apom, Sunkern. Would love any of those, genuinely any of those. So there's that. In Leaf Green, we're going for Pinsir or Chansey, mainly. To be honest, I would take anything that shines in any game because haven't caught anything in the Safari Zone yet that is shiny. Fire Red, we're going for Kangaskhan Tauros, classic Safari Zone finds. Then in Soul Silver up here on this green DS. There we go, finally got my finger in the right place. I'm looking for Larvitar. It would be so cool to find shiny Larvitar. I would definitely take a Lickitung. But, yeah, we're going to try and find shiny Larvitar over there. Generation 2. Gotta go for that Larvitar, evolving into Tyranitar. That powerful Pokemon appearing later on in the Pokedex. I still remember finding my first Larvitar in Pokemon Silver back in the day. Just leveling it up, not knowing what it was going to become. So exciting. And as soon as I was putting that grind in, thinking, wow, this is taking a while to evolve, I thought, okay, I think we're on something here. I think this is going to be good. And sure enough, became a Tyranitar. Houndour or Pinsir would be so cool. I completely agree with you. There, Rachel. Of course, then the question is it going to stay in the Pokeball, in the Safari Ball? Because there's every chance it does not. And I did fail 2 shinies last year as well, as I said, Venonat and the Nidorino in Fire Red. Rachel, if you were taking part in Safari Week, what would you be hunting? And Damien, what would you be hunting as well if you were taking part in Safari Week? Skarmory and Sneasel, yes. I think the fact that you can only get Pokemon like Misdreavus, Larvitar, Sneasel very late on in the, and Houndour, of course, only in Kanto, very late on in the game. The first 3 even more so though, because Mount Silver is the only place they appear. Really adds to their mystique, but it's a shame that you can't use them in a playthrough. So what I might do at some point is a quest where I shiny hunt all of those later in the game targets, and then transfer them to a new playthrough of some kind, so that I can use them during the Johto journey, because that's not an experience I certainly have had, or many people have had. So, would love to try and do that. Chansey, go hard or go home, yeah, for sure. I like to say go hard or go home when I'm commentating sometimes for the Pokemon that are there for a good time, not a long time. The ones that are sort of glass cannons, there to sweep quickly. I really love Skarmory as well, Damien, for sure. Shiny Skarmory would be so good, but it's so difficult to find. Here is a Chansey on screen right now, Rachel, but not shiny, so we're running, unfortunately. You'd have been shiny hunting Chansey in the hope it would have been holding a lucky egg, just going, well, go hard or go home, like Rachel says. Yeah, I mean, the chance of it being shiny are low enough already, and then holding a lucky egg on top of that. That'd be huge. Oh, can you imagine the find? Or is it... It can also hold a lucky punch, right? Is it only a lucky punch it can hold in Generation 3? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I've ever used a Gligar on any team that I've had, so gonna have to go for that at some point. There are so many quests that you can go for in Pokemon, and it's just finding the time to do them all, isn't it? That's what you do as a creator. You've just got to keep your mind open for any of the quests that you can do. What are people up to this weekend, other than tuning into this stream, for which, again, thank you so much. What are people's plans? Oh, another Chansey, Rachel. There you go. Popping off here. Still not shiny, though. Yeah, let me know what you're doing this weekend. I am going to be hanging out with my girlfriend this weekend, which I'm really excited for. Yeah, it's a shame the weather's not better. It's a little bit overcast right now in the UK. Real shame, because the weather was so good earlier. Hope that the sun comes back out. Having said that, as you can tell, I'm quite the pale person, so don't want to get too much sun there. But here's a Houndour. Such a cool find, if we were to find that. Just seen that resemblance between Execute and Chansey, actually. They're both pink, they're both round. Chansey's holding a... What do you think, Teresa? Yeah. Yeah, Teresa thinks there's a definite resemblance there between Execute and Chansey. Shiny Chansey. Can you imagine finding that? Yeah, poo for it not being shiny. Thank you so much for the shiny luck, Rachel. That's, gonna need it. Gonna need it. You're about to head out with your boyfriend. Buy more Pokemon cards. Yeah, fair enough. Hope you get some good pulls, Rachel. Fingers crossed for you. I probably won't be streaming later, actually, because I'll be hanging out with my girlfriend. So, yeah, I'm probably just going to go for another half an hour or so, to be honest. But thank you so much. I appreciate the fact that you say that you would be tuning in. I am aiming to stream every day in Safari Week at some point. Probably during the week in the evenings. Maybe for a little bit longer tomorrow since it's Sunday. But yeah, so I hope to see you on another stream very shortly. Thank you so much, Rachel, and best of luck for your card pulls as well. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for hopping by. You're going to do the M-Ball, Victor. Yeah, fair enough. I haven't been taking part in some of the recent raid events, but yeah, M-Ball, electric type, very nice. And farm Terra Shards, so useful with the Blissey raids going on, yeah, completely understandable. I work on your PMD comic, or trying to bring Serperior to Master Rank on Scarlet Violet. That would be so cool. Wish you all the luck bringing Serperior up to Master Rank. It's definitely, Contrary is such a good ability. I hope that that works out for you. You've got to let us know how that goes later on. Hop in on a stream later on in the week or something and tell us if you're able to get that Serperior up to Master Rank. It's definitely got the potential. And Damien, AEW Fight Forever with a streamer. Very cool. Very cool. Who are you going to be playing that with there, Damien? That's not a game that I've played myself. What did we all think about the Nintendo Direct, by the way? What were our takeaways from that? I still need to finish it. I haven't got past the Zelda game announcement yet, but I think that Zelda game looks so good. I'm fairly new to the Zelda franchise. My girlfriend and I have been very, very slowly and casually playing through Tears of the Kingdom. And we're so bad. We're so bad. We didn't even know that you could get a parachute. And so we were trying to enter this volcano, for which you have to dive right in. And obviously we just kept dying, because we're landing in lava. Didn't realise the parachute existed, but now we do have the parachute, so hopefully that will open up a lot more of the game. Yeah, I think the Zelda game, creating echoes of things, looks amazing. I love that they didn't just give Zelda a sword, you know. I love that they really lent into what makes Zelda, Zelda, and those powers that Zelda has. And also the Dragon Quest remasters look really cool. Dragon Quest I'm entirely unfamiliar with, but might just have to get to know Dragon Quest a little bit better in order to play through that trilogy. It's interesting that you start with number 3. But anyway, yeah, what were people's other takeaways from the Nintendo Direct? I'd be really interested to hear. So you'll be playing with... I'm going to have to scroll up. This heart is a very annoying position. The Front Club on Twitch. Nice. Okay, well, enjoy that later, Damien. Very cool. Alright, Pineco, not shiny. We got the PA ding-donging us over in Leaf Green, so it's nearly time to reset both of those games. Super Mario Party Jamboree, yeah. 2 little votes for that. Kangas can there, not shiny though. Yeah. Both Victor and Damien loving the Super Mario Party. Yeah, looks massive, that game. Super Mario Party Jamboree. What do you both think of the the Mario and Luigi game announcement as well. I liked the art style in that game. That looked really nice. What other games tickled your fancy from that? Looks fine. Mario and Luigi. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I've also never played Mario and Luigi games, actually. Yeah. The last Mario game I played would have been Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah. All the way back on the Wii. I've heard great things about Super Mario Wonder, but yeah. I don't know. I've limited myself to Pokemon recently. Although I have enjoyed doing some nostalgic playthroughs of the remasters for Spyro the Dragon, which is my first ever video game, and Crash Bandicoot. I love that little nostalgia trip. I love a platform game, and I tend to devour them very quickly. I've been devouring Crash Bandicoot this past week. But yeah, Spyro the Dragon was my gateway game. Hollow Knight Silksong news. Oh no. I really don't know anything about that franchise, Victor. Tell me, what is that game all about? Sounds really interesting. Yeah, there are all sorts of franchises, like Fire Emblem that you mentioned there, Damien. I think I'd really enjoy Fire Emblem as well. I actually went to a themed party last year in the spring around Fire Emblem. Someone had assigned us all characters, and we had little envelopes of information to open and read in advance. Things that we needed to know, powers that we had, etc. And yeah, then we just it was sort of like LARPing, really. We were just all there, just seeing what happened, and we each had our objectives. And there were certain factions that won, or a certain faction that won, and others that had other goals to achieve. It was such a cool concept. Anyway, so, Damien, your first game was Snake Rattle and Roll on NES. Wow. I would say a throwback, but that's actually before my time, I think. So, yeah, that sounds absolutely classic. And who knows? Maybe I'll be able to dip back into that. Maybe they'll port it to the Switch. Don't know. So, in Silksong, you play a small night bug exploring the decaying ruins of a lost and abandoned bug civilization. Oh my, that sounds amazing. Genuinely, I'm very interested in that. I might have to look into that. Anything to do with lost and abandoned civilizations, I'm all over. I studied Latin and ancient Greek and ancient history, classical civilization, that sort of thing, at university. So anything to do with ancient cultures, I'm all about. So play a little bug. That's amazing. I'm definitely going to be looking into that game. Snake Rattle and Roll is on Switch. Okay. Cool. Well, have you been playing Snake Rattle and Roll, Damien? That's the question on everyone's lips. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. If you're just joining in, welcome to my stream of Safari Week. This is day 2. I'm only going to be going for another sort of 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour. Just a little daytime stream here. Oh, Leo, welcome back. So, Leo, did you manage to get, or has it not started yet, the Shiny Cyndaquil for Community Day? Very much hope you did. Such a cool shiny. So same place you were 31 years ago. Well, hey. At least you gave it a go. That's the most important thing. I forgot if it's a sequel or a prequel. Okay, well, it still sounds like such a cool game. Such a cool game. I'll be looking into Silksong. You heard of Silksong, Leo? This is the game that Victor's been teaching me about. Play a little bug exploring a lost civilization, which sounds fascinating to me. As a classicist, of course. We're just going to let the steps run out on this fire. There you go. Look at that timing. Steps run out on fire red just as I say that. So now we can reset both of the games. Alright, and you know what? I'm just gonna might just run to the bathroom, actually. So... And then come right back to reset these games. Your first Cynical's a shiny, Leo. That is incredible. Huge congratulations on that. I need to reset these. Such a cool Pokemon, Cynical and the shiny. I think Hisuian Typhlosion is... it's my favourite one of the Legends Arceus starters. Or first partners, I would say. Incredible stuff. What are other people's favourite starters or first partners from Pokemon Legends Arceus? The one I chose was Rowlet. Obviously, we didn't know at that point what they'd evolve into. I do like owls. But now I know what I know. I think Hisuian Typhlosion is my favourite. Samurott. Yeah, okay, so we've got 2 votes there. Damien and Victor going for the Hisuian Samurott. It's definitely cool. Ceaseless Edge. What a move. What a move. Oshawott so cute as well. Shame we haven't seen more Hisuian Samurott in VGC. But there you go. That can't all be good. Leo, have you played Pokemon Legends Arceus as a Go caster? Here's a Chelsea. It's not shiny. Or not. And if so, which is your favourite? Or have they come to Go now, the Hisuian first partner Pokemon? Yeah. What is... You like Rowlet? Yes, Sammy. Totally. Well, that's exactly why I chose it when I played through Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's definitely very cute. Little bow tie, making it look even cuter. Rowlet actually was featured on Amy Wosley, Pumpkin Amy, streamer and caster, on her Dream Team in Chazingdra Chats, the podcast that I do. So if you want to get more Rowlet love, then check out my episode with Amy Wosley, episode 8, I believe, of the show. Lots of grass types that Amy chose, actually, though. You tried Hisuian Samurott in Regulation E. Bad idea. Well... Hey Victor, at least you tried it. I commend the fact that you tried it. I think I'm like that as well. I'm going to try and make Pokemon that I like work and see how it goes. And if not, at least we had fun along the way. Okay, and we are back and set up with our games in the right place. Fire Red and Leaf Green. So, let's get some encounters going. Houndour and Larvitar, either of those would be such cool finds. Oh, we haven't got an encounter in Leaf Green yet. Execute and Larvitar here. Yeah, what are people's favourite Hisuian Pokemon? First partners aside. Well, what have we got? What are our options here? We've got Braviary. We've got Avalugg. Quite like Hisuian Avalugg. We've got Electrode and Voltorb. We got the Lilligant. I think Victory Dance in Legends Arceus is such a good move. Boosts your attack, defense, speed, I believe, or something like that. I know I'm confusing it with how it works in Scarlet and Violet, but yeah. There's the Cleaver as well. Hisuian Goodra. So many good options, actually. I love Hisuian Goodra. I might go with Avalugg, though, Ice Rock. I know it's a terrible typing defensively, but something about trying to make that work. Also, Ice is my favourite type, so there's that going for it. Also, I had a shiny Hisuian Avalugg on my team, but what do you guys all think? Let's find out here. So, Overquill. We did. Absolutely. No. I totally agree with you there, Victor. I think the thing is that we've got so many Pokemon now that it's entirely possible for us to rotate out of a format, having never found, actually, some incredible team compositions and archetypes. And I find that really exciting about the Pokemon VG scene. who knows? Maybe there's something else just lurking there that no one's found yet, and it could all come down to a pick like Overquill. Absolutely. It's all about the experimentation. I came third in a Premier Challenge with Frostmoth last month, or a couple of months ago now, in Belgium, when I was commentating a tournament over there with my good friend Ben Kiriakou, a fellow caster, for Simon van der Bucht. If you want to check out the vlog that I made of that, then you definitely then go ahead. It's on my channel. It's called Commentating Pokemon in Belgium. Making the niche picks work is what makes the competitive scene so fun, I find. Hisuian Zoroark, definitely really cool. Normal and Ghost, fascinating typing. And you don't fully support Karen's quote there, Victor. Karen's quote being that truly skilled trainers win with, or try and win with, their favourites. It's definitely an inspiring mantra to have, even if sometimes it can't always be possible. Victor, how about you? What's your favourite Hisuian Pokemon? I can't really see what I'm doing on this far right. Oh, leaf green. Okay. Or also, Victor, what's the nichest Pokemon you've made work in VGC? Still a Hisuian Samurai, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely cool. Nichest Pokemon that you've made work in VGC. I'm trying to think for myself. I mean, Frostmoth was pretty niche in Regulation Set F. I made it work. I feel like I was on a couple of trains before they really took off in previous Regulation sets. I think Ditto is going to be huge in at the World Championships and generally going forward in Regulation Set G. I think we are... I'm not sure those counted. There we go. Yeah, Ditto is going to be an absolute menace, I think, in Honolulu. Yeah. What are people's favourite Pokemon games? Which generation is your favourite? Gold and Silver, definitely mine. The remakes are amazing as well, but yeah. Niches would be Superior, nice. You brought it to Dortmund. Okay. Hey, none of us can be Jamie Boy, but we can aspire to be Jamie Boy. Very cool. Well, I appreciate the Superior pick anyway there, Victor. I feel like playing Ditto is like playing a demo version of a double restricted format. Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely harder than actually playing a double restricted format. But because of course you've got to get your Ditto in the right position in order for it to transform. You can't lead it. You've got to bind it to an item like Choice Scarf, probably, so that you can get the very most out of it. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to make work. And I think it's quite a high skill ceiling on using Ditto in VGC, especially in the restricted format. But hey, yeah, get in the right position and it can work. Yeah, what are people's favourite Pokemon games? For me, it's Gold and Silver, but I've got a lot of love for all of the generations, of course. After Gold and Silver, what would it be? Really good question, actually. Right now, I think it would probably be Generation 3, because I'm more familiar with it. Or I've played it more recently, I mean. But yeah, I'm not sure. For you, Victor, it's the Gen 5 games. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I was playing through playing through White version after my final school exams that we have here in the UK, A-levels. And yeah, so it always will hold a special place for me. Generation 5. Generation 5 remakes, hey? When might we be getting those? I've refrained from doing a playthrough of Black and White just in case the Generation 5 remakes are around the corner, but yeah, who knows? Maybe I should just go ahead and do it, because the sooner I do it, then the longer the gap will be before the Generation 5 games come out. I'll do a Dream Team quest or Shiny Badge quest or something like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. This about the Pokemon Presents, and it just seemed a little too soon for the Gen 5 remakes, I think, because when you think about it, Fire Red Leaf Green came out like 2005, 4 or 5, I want to say, and then Heart Gold Soul Silver was 2010. So that's 5 or 6 years. And then after that, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I feel like was, when were they? 2015 or something like that. So basically, it's roughly 5 years. And Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl was 2021 that they came out, I believe. So I think we've got to wait a little bit longer. And it might come out on the Switch successor, whatever that ends up being as well. So yeah, probably got a little bit longer to wait for those remakes, but we'll see. And yeah, Legends ZA will be so exciting. So cool to revisit Kalos, see what they do with that region. What do you think of Legends Arceus as a game, by the way? Because I enjoyed playing through it, but basically they changed the way the combat works, right? So I didn't replay it as much as I replay other Pokemon games, but yeah. It was very, very Johto coded, wasn't it? What with the unknown appearing in that announcement of Pokemon Legends Arceus as well. So I definitely thought that we'd be getting a Johto remake. But hey, they keep us guessing. I would love a Johto remake. Oh my goodness. Let's Go Johto would be so exciting. Re-rendered for the Switch. Oh, would love that. All the Unknown, exactly, Raikou in Sleep, Silver in Masters X. It was, yeah, so much Generation 2. Yeah. I remember a previous Pokemon Presents where they had a clip of a cartoon of you approaching Red at the top of Mount Silver. And I thought, well, that's it. That's going to be the Johto remake. But no, it was, I think it was announcing Red and Pokemon Masters X or something like that. It was not a game I've played, but yeah, not sure. Yeah, you remember that too, Victor, yeah. Well, there we go. It keeps things exciting, doesn't it? Maybe at some point I'll try and shiny hunt for letters, certain unknown letters, the Chazingdra letters or something, maybe. Not sure. Yeah, definitely huge bait. Baiting us like fishermen. Alright. I think I'm going to get up to 1,600 encounters and call it a stream. Probably going to end it there. I've got to go and meet my girlfriend, and then we're going to have a nice weekend together. So, yeah. Let's see if in the remaining 80 or so encounters we find a shiny. For a moment there, I thought that the Nidoran that had appeared was shiny. Goes blue. Cross your fingers, everyone. Let's see if in these final few encounters we can find a shiny. Or are we going to go 2 days in Safari Week with no shinies? Given that the odds are 1 in 8,192, the odds are definitely against us. But who knows? Who knows? That's the great thing about shiny hunting. You just never know. Never know when it's going to happen. There's going to be 2 screens at once. Unlikely, but stranger things have happened. I have found shinies on this Fire Red in the Safari Zone before. Last year was the first... This is my childhood copy of Fire Red. And last year was the first time I found a shiny in Fire Red at all. So exciting. It was Nidorino and Venonat, but they were both fails, unfortunately. Victor, what are you doing for the rest of the weekend? What are your plans? I'm hoping to... well, I should be streaming tomorrow, actually, as well. So, it would be great to see some people there as well. Welcome in if you've just joined. Hello and welcome. We're in the tail end of this stream now. We're just going to be getting up to 1,600 encounters, see if anything shines, and then I'm going to have to make a move, so... yeah. Yes, hoping to stream tomorrow as well for quite a bit longer, hopefully. So it would be good to see you there for a chill Sunday stream if you want to join in. Houndour up here in Emerald, not shiny. Would love to find a shiny Houndour. You might go to the cinema. Okay. Planet of the Apes. Oh yeah, there is a new Mad Max movie as well. Yeah, I remember seeing that Mad Max Fury Road back in back when that came out in the cinema, and yeah, huge hype around Mad Max when that film came out. Be interesting to see if this film rematches that hype. Is there a new Planet of the Apes, Victor? Or is that a rerun of an older film? I enjoyed the remakes of the Planet of the Apes. It's a new movie. Oh, okay. Sequel to the last one. What's that one called? Because they did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, or of the Planet of the Apes, I feel like. So what's this new one called? Yeah, I enjoyed the films. Oops. I haven't seen them for a very long time. Here. I saw the Apom sitting cutie for the first time recently. It's really cute. A really cheeky little guy. Lives up to my surname as well with Merriman, so might have to purchase that at some point. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Okay, yeah. Well, how are they going to... Do you know what the premise of the film is there, Victor? Have apes fully colonised somewhere, or what's going on there? Okay, Fire Red has now run out of encounters. We're going to not reset that one, I don't think. We'll just focus on the 3 that we have here. So let's take that one out of the equation. Or actually we'll keep the screen up anyway. Venonat in leaf green. They went full on civilization, okay. A little bit like the bug civilization in the Silk game that you mentioned. That's exciting. Wonder what happens next in the franchise then. Excuse me. Really appreciate you guys hanging out for such a long time, by the way. Victor, thank you so much for being here for so much of the stream. It's been great to have you, my friend. Would love to find a shiny Pineco as well. So it's amazing how much more manageable it is with even 3 consoles as opposed to 4. Alright. Oh, sorry about that flickering, by the way, everyone. It's because I keep putting my hand in front of the camera to reset and stuff. So I'm hoping to avoid doing that too much. These last encounters. Okay, here we go. So we got 30 more encounters to do. Are we going to see something shine? We're going to see a Chansey. That's not going to shine. Going to see a Lucky Tongue. Another pink one. That's not going to shine either. Let's find out. Victor, where are you based? I myself am based in the UK. We'd love to know where my viewers are watching from. So strange calling you my viewers. It's wonderful to have you all here. Wonderful to start building a community. Ah, vous êtes en France? Victor, je peux parler un peu de français. J'ai étudié le français à l'école jusqu'à l'âge de 18 ans. Maintenant, je continue avec le français sur Duolingo. Aussi, j'apprends l'espagnol sur Duolingo. Mais merci beaucoup pour visiter ce stream. Mort de rire. Merci Victor. Trop bien. Peut-être que quand nous nous rencontrons, nous pouvons parler en français. It'd be cool to do a interview with a winner of a game over one of the EU regionals in French, but the main thing that trips me up is how fast people speak when French or anything, of course, is their first language. So I just have to make sure that they don't speak too fast. If I ever am in a position where I'm interviewing you, Victor, try not to speak too fast, and then maybe we'll be able to do an interview in French. Je l'espère aussi. Yes, Victor, would love to. I'd love to see you at an event and converse in French with you. I don't think it's just limited to French, to be honest. I think anyone in their native language, of course, is going to be speaking faster than someone who's learning it for the first time can comprehend. It's just the way it goes. Speaking of, or learning Spanish, because a lot of the team behind the scenes at the Pokemon broadcasts in the EU are Spanish. It's incredible how quickly people in Spain talk. Or, yeah, again, just anyone in their own native language. Or how quick it sounds to someone who doesn't speak that language, at least. But one day, hopefully we'll be able to keep up with them. You can do an interview with Aurélien in French. Yeah, exactly. When they win that regional or IC. And it is a when, not an if. Definitely. Alright, guys. We've reached 1,600 encounters. That is where we're going to leave it. But let's just do one more bonus. Let's do 3 more. When that camera stops flickering, my goodness, that's intense. Gonna calm down soon, camera? Or are you... No, fine. Okay, right. Let's see. Are we going to get a shiny in the final round of encounters? We got Emerald. We got Leaf Green. And we got Soul Silver. That's a Rattata. That's a Sunkern. That's a Venonat. No shinies. Ah, well. That's a risk you've got to run when you're shiny hunting. And of course, another risk is that they could flee. But hey, we'll see how things go in the future. So, all of you who are still here, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. It really means a lot. Again, very early on in my streaming journey, so to have such support from you guys is means a huge amount. Victor, thank you for conversing with me so much during the stream there, especially towards the end or in the second half. It means a lot. I hope you really enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy going to the cinema. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. And with that, see you soon. I'm hoping to stream tomorrow as well, and hoping to stream every day that I can in Safari Week, actually. We'll aim for every day, and we'll see how that goes. So, should be online tomorrow for some of it. Would be fantastic to see some people there. So if you're around, feel free to hop on in. And yeah, well, I'll keep you posted. Keep your eyes on my socials and on my YouTube for updates about when I'm streaming and various other stuff to do with creating. And with that, I think that's all I need to say. Yeah. Merci beaucoup et au revoir.